Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Easy Learn. And today's topic is algebra, within which we're going to be doing quadratic equations and we're going to be doing practice today. As we all know, quadratic equations can be solved using three ways, that is, the zero factor property, the completing the square, and the quadratic formula. I've already explained all these three topics in my previous videos. Going to be providing the link in the description below. You can go check out, understand the concept, and then come back for solving. So today's question is solve 5y squared plus 8y minus 100 equals y squared plus 4y minus 37. Now, the very first thing you need to see is that there is square involved, which means this is supposed to be a quadratic equation. But this is not how a quadratic equation looks like. You have to make it into something that it is an actual appropriate quadratic equation. And the format for that is this: ax squared plus bx plus c, which means that it has to be one single equation with one number attached with x squared, another number attached with x, and another number just standing alone. And it's not necessary you do have a number. You cannot also have a number. It could just be x squared, which indicates it's a 1x squared. Anyway, so we have ABC. ABC are the numbers that we need. X squared and x are the constant x values, and we have to end up in one single equation. Now, as you can see here, we have 5y, 8y, 100 on one side, and then y squared and 4y and 37 on the other side. So the first thing you got to do is turn this into this quadratic format, that is ax squared plus bx plus c. So for that, I gotta rearrange the whole thing, and for rearranging, I need to take everything on one side. So let me just write 5y squared plus 8y minus 100 the way it is, and now I'm gonna be taking the y squared there, then the 4y there, and then the 37 there. So 4y is positive here, sorry, y squared is positive here, goes to the other side, turns into a negative y squared. 4y again is positive here, goes to the other side, turns into negative 4y. 37 is negative here, goes to the other side, turns positive. That's the rule. And everything is equal to 0. That's just generally equal to 0. You don't have to specify that, and even if you do, it doesn't really matter. So now 5y squared plus 8y minus 100 minus y squared minus 4y plus 37. Now you have to pick out on the like terms. What are the like terms that look alike, obviously, which are kind of the same? So 5y squared is a like term to y squared, so I'm going to do 5y squared minus y squared. Then I have 8y looks alike with negative 4y. So 8y minus 4y is the next thing. And then negative 100 plus 37, both are numbers. I'm going to write minus 100 plus 37. Now if I solve this, 5y squared minus y squared. Minus y squared just means there's an invisible 1 here. So it's like 5 minus 1. So 5 minus 1 is 4, and y squared just comes the way it is. 8y minus 4y, 8 minus 4 is again 4. So I'm going to write 4, and then y comes as it is. And then we have negative 100 with 37. So I'm going to subtract 100 with 37, and that gives me 63. And because the bigger number has a negative sign, so I'm going to put negative 63. Now this is my final quadratic equation that looks something like this: 4y squared plus 4y minus 63. Now, obviously, when it says solve, solve basically means that I gotta find the value of y. Now, in order to find the value of y, as I already told, that quadratic equations can be solved using either zero factor property, completing the square, or the quadratic formula. So here, it's just simpler to apply the quadratic formula because you just put it in the calculator and get your answer. So I'm going to use that. And this is the quadratic formula that says x is equal to minus b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. Now, if I put that in, so x is the same as y. Doesn't matter which variable you're taking, it's just that whatever is the unknown is the one that you have to find. So y equals, now first of all, I got to figure out what's my ABC. So as you can see, according to the general formula, whatever is attached with the square is your a. So with the y square, 4 is attached, which means that my a is 4. Then whatever is attached with the x is my b. Again, it's a 4y, so it means that my b is 4 again. and then what's my c? It's a negative 63. C is the one that's standing alone always. It's a number, so it's negative 63. Now when I have to work it out on the formula, then minus b, so I'm going to write minus 4 plus or minus square root of, and then b squared means 4 squared, minus 4 times a, so 4 times a is again 4, times c, and c is negative 63 over 2a, and then 2 times the a, and my a is 4 again. Now, once I have all of that, now it's your wish. You just straight away put this stuff into your calculator, or you just solve it one by one manually to just, figure out your answer. Now, let's see if I try and do manually. So, minus 4 plus or minus square root of 4 squared gives me 16, and then I have a 4 times 63. It's 1008. So it's a negative 4 with a negative 63, so it turns positive. So it's here I have 16 plus 1008 over 2 times 4, that gives me an 8. And then 1008 plus 16 gives me 1024. So I'm just going to write negative 4. Now, plus and minus, what's the point of plus and minus? Means that you're supposed to get two answers. One's going to be probably positive and one's going to be negative. Whenever you take square roots, you always get one answer with a positive sign and one with a negative sign. A plus and a minus is important when you're working with square roots. So I'm going to have negative 4 plus square root of, let's say, 1024 over 8, and another value is going to be negative 4 minus square root of 1024 over 8. Now these are my two values. Now at this point, obviously, in order to figure out what is your square root of 1024, you will need to use your calculator, obviously. And again, as I said, you can use your calculator directly on this step and just go ahead and find your answers. But if you want to kind of just go along, and since I'm trying to solve with you and I'm trying to explain, so I'm just going step by step. So square root of 1024 is 32, so it's something like this: negative 4 plus 32 over 8, and another value is going to be negative 4 minus 32 over 8. Now these are my two values. So negative 4 plus 32 gives me a 28. 28 divided by 8 gives me one value as my 3.5. And the other value, now negative 32 with negative 4 is going to be negative 36. And negative 36 divided by 8 gives me 4.5. Therefore, these are my two values. So I can basically say that my y is equal to either 3.5 or 4.5. Sorry, it's supposed to be negative 4.5 because negative 4 and negative 32 is a negative 36. Negative 36 over 8 is going to be negative 4.5. So as I said, most of the times when you are solving quadratics, you get a positive answer and a negative answer. So your answer is supposed to be 3.5 or negative 4.5. Negative 4.5. Now this is how you solve. You have a specific equation. You're supposed to make sure that you turn it into a proper quadratic general format, that is ax squared plus bx plus c. For that, you need to take all the terms on one side, you solve the like terms, add, subtract, and then you get a specific ax squared plus bx plus c. Then figure out what's your a, what's your b, what's your c, apply the quadratic formula, put it in, just calculate directly, and then you'll get the two answers of y. And that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching Easy Learn. Do not forget to like, share, and subscribe my channel. If you have any questions, any confusions, drop them down in the comment section below. Thank you so much.